You were there. Any swearing there?
I didn't hear it.
Were you not swearing at them?
I don't swear.
When I say you, I don't mean specifically you. I mean your group. I'm going to use the word your group, referring those occupants who were in the house before the arrival of the two perpetrators.
I can't recall.
Thank you. And upon landing with their bags at the door, the assault on them then continued. Oh, let me put it this way. Upon them landing with their backs on the kitchen door, what then happened?
Suspect number 1, SENZO babe resilela isibhamu while mina ngizama ukushaya lo omunye ngecrash ngasafinyeleli noTumelo. Abanye angisakhumbuli kahle ukuthi babenzani ngempela.
What I do recall is the first suspect wrestling with the deceased for the firearm, and then myself trying to assault the second suspect together with Tumelo. As with regards to the others, I cannot remember.
Thank you. Now you have told this court that you were pushing from the back, and because some of the people who were trying to assault these intruders were taller than you, you could not successfully hit the person that, or the intruder that you wanted to hit with the crash, not so?
Yep.
Yes.
And this is the reason why Tumelo then took the crash from you and assaulted or tried to assault or hit the second perpetrator there with.
ZANDILE KHUMALO's testimony is designed to have us believe that they had these superpowers, okay, these Marvel superpowers where they were able to run, okay, towards the two intruders, one who had a gun, the other one who had a knife in his hand, and they, okay, all 7 of the occupants in the house ran towards these two intruders. They don't have any fireproof vests. They just have the superpower called liquid courage. And my question is, since ZANDI is even describing that she was also trying to, lay hands on the intruder, my question becomes, what were they drinking? What is it that they were drinking that had them so convinced they were safe, they wouldn't be injured, no gunshot would go off? I'm just trying to understand this scenario because it's very hard to visualize this moment. But only one, who is Longwe Twala, ran away. Let's just call it what it is. He didn't go out to go look for any help. He literally ran away. In this Nganegwane, okay, the one that they're trying to sell to us. Let me know in the comment section down below. Type a 1 in the comment section and let me know if you think ZANDI has the superpower, okay, in her physical form to attack an intruder. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm curious, but let's continue listening on to Uma Popola because there is obviously more.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, in your quest or in your endeavor to try and assault this perpetrator with the crash, the second perpetrator with the crash, did he just stand there? Did he try to ward off the blows? Did he try to move away from the blows? What is their position?
At times he would try to ward off the assault. At times he would also try to assault himself. He himself would also try to assault.
When you say, like, when he tried to assault, what do you mean by that? Was he trying to assault you?
The one that was in front of him.
How did he attempt to do that? How did he try to assault him?
So I can't really specify why if you blows.
When I say that, I'm in no position to give a description as to whether he had it was with his fist, it was trying to hit with low blows. I cannot tell because there was a lot that was happening there. But there was fighting.
Thank you, ma'am. It's well understood. You know the reason why I'm asking this? It's because I think my colleague for accused number 1 and 2 asked you whether the second perpetrator had anything in his possession, and then you said you did not see anything. Did I capture you well there?
That is true.
Because this is what Mtogozisi would come and tell this court. I see you smiling. This is what Mthokozisi would come and tell this court, and the state is going to call him. He would say that the second perpetrator had a firearm in his possession. I'm sorry. Had a knife in his possession.
Okokuqala angena uMthokozisi naye uMthokozisi ubone akubonile. Nami ngize la ecourt ukuzokhuluma lokhu engikubonile. So angeke ngithathe statement saMthokozisi ngisenze sami.
Firstly, I am not Mthokozisi. Mthokozisi will tell this court what he saw. I am here to tell this court what I saw. I won't take Mthokozisi's statement and make it mine.
And njengoba kunjena nje njengoba benilonke ngisho lokho kushoyo angikubonanga.
As I said, that which you are saying now, I didn't see.
So you are saying your version is you did not see a knife in the possession of the second perpetrator.
Ha ngizange ukubona.
No, I didn't.
That is even at the time when your group was assaulting him and he was trying to,
Please answer. The witness says he never saw a knife.
as it is the court, madam. Now you are saying that because of the fact that you a little shorter and there were other people who were in front of you, and you were at the back. That's your version, not so. That is now you are at the back of these other people who were in front of you when you were assaulting the second intruder.
Yebo njalo.
Yes, that's correct.
And there was a commotion there.
Yebo njalo.
That's correct.
Now, at what point were you then able, or were you unable to then see his face? The second perpetrator, when you were at the back and other people were in front of you.
Njengoba bengisho naphambilini ukuthi mude ukudlula abantu abaningi abebelapha endlini.
As I earlier on or previously said that he's tall, taller than the people that were in the house.
So ukumbona kwakulula kakhulu.
So it was very easy to see him.
Okwesibili la bengihleli khona kulo position ebengihleli khona. Kwathi makuvuleka umnyango lapha. Umnyango obviously awubona ukuthi ubani ongena up until umuntu azavala umnyango.
And
Ngikhumbula ngisho lokho.
do you remember me saying that where I was seated, the original position where I was seated, when someone opens the door, you're unable to see as to who is coming in up until the person closes the door.
Ukongeza futhi lapho labantu mabengena endlini abanokhanga. Thina lokishini mawuzongena emzini nomuntu uyakokota. So ngangifuna ukwazi ukuthi ubani lo ngena onganokhile so ngapopola ngathi.
And to add on to that, in the town, these people didn't knock when they came in. And in the township, we knock when you enter someone's house. So I wanted to see who is this who is coming in without knocking. So I peeped through.
Ilapho ke ngambona khona.
That's where I saw him.
Futhi ngabona ukuthi kusho ukuthi akayedwa lo phambili babili.
And then that's where I then realized that this one that's in front is not alone. There are two.
You say the sequence in which they got into the house was that the one with the firearm in his possession was the one that was walking in front, and the second perpetrator with nothing in his possession was behind the one with the firearm.
Yebo njalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Now let us get to the attire that the first perpetrator with the firearm had. How was it clothed?
Njengoba bese ngishilo ukuthi emva kwa 8 years into ezincane njengama details ukuthi ukhala bani ijezi noma yini they slowly fade.
As I've already said that it's in the period of 8 years, the finer details as to the color, the jersey, those fade away.
But into enganyamalali kuso komuntu.
But what doesn't go away or what doesn't fade is the person's face.
What is that supposed to mean to my question now?
Umbuzo wakho into engisho ukuthi as to ukuthi wayifaka ijacket noma ijini noma yini lokho kumina bekubalekanga kankako.
What I'm saying, or what that means to your question is that whether the person was wearing a jacket, a jean, that was not important, that important to me.
Iso lami lagcila ebusweni, lagcila emzimbeni ukuthi uqatha noma umncane neinwele nesigqoko if befake njengoba bengisho ukuthi befake isigqoko lo munye efake ihoodie ngoba yayila. Izinto ezinjalo azikhohlweki but into efana nokhala ne-make ne-design really.
My eye was concentrating on the face, the person's build, whether it's of small build or hugely built, and as well as the hair, what the person was wearing on the head. But as to the color, what the make, no.
Thank you.
That is absolutely one of the most bizarre and arrogant witness descriptions that I have ever heard of. And again, we go back to the fact that ZANDI is being defensive. I mean, she just described to us how much of a freedom fighter she was when the intruders walked in. And then now she's being asked for specifics. Now she's trying to fight Umnisi with words by saying, how can you expect me to remember what color things were? I only remember, it's been 8 years. The only thing I will never forget is the face, what their hair was like, whether they were tall or short. She remembers, just the outline, okay, of the intruders, but don't ask her for specifics. And she ends it with, really? I mean, she is so comfortable in that courthouse. She feels like she is in her mother's house. And then my question becomes, why not just say, I don't know or I don't remember? Why fight Advocate Umnisi? But one thing about Advocate Umnisi, you cannot trigger him. You cannot trigger him. Umnisi is a very, very patient advocate because he knows where he's going and he will get there with you. But let's continue listening on because ZANDI is the drama, okay? Wapopola. And then when they came in, this is a Lokshini, okay? Who comes in without knocking? So that was the moment when they walked in, when I fixated my eyes on them to see who are these people that can just walk into my mother's house without knocking. The audacity.
And that is because memory fades away.
Hayi yonke,
Not all of it.
minor details.
Logo okuncane.
The second perpetrator, how was he? Third,
Okwesibili yena-ke wayegqokeni.
Owesibili ngikhumbula ukuthi wayefaka ihood.
The second one, I remember that he was wearing a hood.
Njengoba ngikhumbula ukuthi oqala wayefaka isigqoko.
Just as I remember that the first one was wearing a hat.
Njengoba bengisho futhi ukuthi ngacula kakhulu la phezulu.
As I have already explained that my concentration was on the top part.
now up to what point of his face did the hood go?
Le hood lena-ke ibifinyelela kuphi la kuyena?
Oh, let me start here. What is this hood? What's a hood?
A hoodie.
Oh, a hoodie. Yes. What is it, hoodie?
Ihoodie i-tracksuit kodwa leni nesigqoko.
Yes.
It's a tracksuit, but the one with the
Uyabona nje le efake accused number
Just a
5.
second.
one that accused number 5 is wearing.
Something like this.
Yes.
Oh, this is a hoodie.
Hoodie.
Okay, thank you. So the second perpetrator is something like this.
Njani?
That's correct.
Now, did this thing that appears to be a head on the hoodie, was it on his head? Was this portion on this garment that appears to be a head? Maybe this is the hoodie, I don't know, but this portion, was it on his head?
Head or head?
Head.
Okay. Beyayilaki enekhanda.
Yebo kunjani?
Yes, that's the case.
That is up until the skemishness in the kitchen was over. This portion of the garment was on his head.
Lokho kwaze kwayophela lokhu okwakwenzeka ekitchen, ihoodie leyo ikuyena ekhanda.
Lokho angeke ngibe nesiqiniseko sakho kodwa mina mengisuka ekitchen ngibalekela ebathroom. Ngayishiya isa on.
That I won't be certain about. But when I ran from the kitchen to the bathroom, it was still on.
And despite the fact that, I'm tempted to request you to demonstrate this code. How did it let it,
Ungayigqoka nawe emnumzane ngizokubonisa.
You can also wait, I'll show you.
The rules of court do not allow me to do it,
Nami angeke ngikwazi ukuyifaka ngoba nginestyle sami esihle kabi ngisebenze kanzima ekuseni ngisilungisa.
I also won't be able to put it on because I worked very hard for this beautiful hairstyle that I have on.
Okay, no, it's fine. We leave it at there.
Just in case you're wondering, what hairstyle is she talking about? Okay, Umnisi is trying to figure out where was the hoodie, how was the hoodie placed, and so he says to Uzandi, do you think you could put on the hoodie to demonstrate? And then Uzandi says, there is no damn way, okay? There is no way I am putting on that hoodie because I spent a lot of time this morning to make my beautiful hairstyle. And then somebody in the courthouse could not hold it in and burst out laughing. I wonder if it's one of the guards, one of the wardens, because they just could not. They let out a loud squeal and Umnisi is staring at them. But Uzandi is dead serious. Like I said before, Uzandi is out to perform, okay? She is a performer through and through, that her acting skills are beyond, okay? They are beyond, and they forget that she is in a court of law and that she's under oath and not at the hairdressers, because now she's telling us about her precious hairstyle. What hairstyle, you wonder? This is literally it, or a similar variation, because this is Zandi Khumalo Umapopola. She pretty much has this hairstyle 100% of the time and just does different variations, different colors, but this is it, okay? This is the permanent style, okay? Let me know in the comment section. So let me know in the comment section your thoughts on the hairstyle comment. But most importantly, Mnisi was trying to show, if you're saying he was wearing a hoodie, then how are you able to identify his face? Because if I also think about it, yeah, so if you're putting on a hoodie, how do you know how long his hair was? How do you know? Because he has a hoodie. So therefore, you can't give an accurate description of him. But let's continue on and see where else this takes us.
I don't want to interfere with all those morning efforts, ma'am. But thank you. Now, you say, you testified in your evidence in chief that as you were in the bathroom, that is, before you could run to the bathroom, there was a first shot that was fired in your presence while you were in the kitchen, and when you got into the bathroom, you had two other further shots, not so?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Now, the police came. This is just the background of my question. The police came the following morning. They were able to retrieve two exhibits that were allegedly fired from a firearm. Now, as you went on, some days thereafter perhaps, as you went on to clean your place, shifting the sofa, the things in the kitchen there, doing spring cleaning, did you ever find another exhibit? It could have been yourself or any of your family member that you would have alerted the police with?
The last place I wanted to be in,
Firstly, I'm not the one who cleaned the house. That was the last place I wanted to be at, that house.
And at this point,
At this point, I don't know as to who cleaned the house, because that wasn't important to me.
and ngikholelwa ikona ukuthi amaphoyisa akuthola lokho akuthola icinga futhi angazi ukuthi ayicingani kahle kahle ibona simple angasichazela.
I think the police found whatever it is that they found, and I don't know what it is that they thought. So they are the ones who will be able to explain or tell us.
You see, when you're being defensive, you don't hear the questions well. You have your practiced answers, and then you're just fitting them in wherever you think they fit in. That was not Umnisi's question. Umnisi didn't ask about the day after. He said, later on, like days have passed, when you're doing spring cleaning at any other random time, it could have been a month later, a year later, whenever the Khumalos do their spring cleaning, did they found the missing exhibit? So Zandi responds and says, listen, okay, I don't know who cleaned the house. If there's one thing, I didn't want to be in that house. That was the last place I wanted to be. So she's responding of the day after they had come back from the hospital, but that's not Mrs. question. And I'm concerned because she says that is the last place she wanted to be, but yet there she was. But yet there she was. She was so much there that she actually slept there. There's so many video clips of that time where she is there. And that is something I've spoken about before. If they were victims, if they were intruders, why were they allowed back into the crime scene, so much so that they could have a good night's sleep in there? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And then now she's portraying this thing of, I didn't even want to be there. Kelly Khumalo had her own place. That was Kelly Khumalo's mother's house. It's not like they were homeless and had nowhere to go to that night. They could have gone to sleep at Kelly Khumalo's home. The home that she shared with Senzo at the time, of course. And not forgetting, this is Umnyeni, who Oga Kelly, according to ZANDI. All of a sudden, she's quite defensive, if you ask me. Her defensive levels is on extremely high. Too defensive. I wish that she could have toned it down just a little bit, just so we can get the account of what happened from an eyewitness. She forgets she is an eyewitness, but she's responding as if she is one of the accused. But she's not an accused. She's an eyewitness, but a very, very defensive eyewitness. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. You know what? I'm going to end the video here because it's going to end up being too long. Let me end it here. And of course, we're gathering to hear. Hopefully, Ungomezulu will be in the courtroom today. And then the red car is back on the stand. And we're going to hear more about the movement of the red car driven by Ulongwe Twala or S. Twala, whoever was driving that car. That car is an exhibit now, but the question remains, what really happened on that night? So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll definitely catch you in the comment section down below. If you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely know you have my heart. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. One other thing, house rules. If you're watching from outside the club, it's time to subscribe. It is time to subscribe, okay? And that is it from me. I'll catch you on my next upload.
Ma'am, don't be angry about this question. It's just an innocent question.
I'm not angry, sir, at all.
So the information that you have,
Yes.
is that you bear no knowledge whether or not any further exhibits were found at the scene.
Yes, I know nothing.
Thank you.